Here we are in section 3.3 exercises part A with the solutions to numbers 21 through 28. Number 21 through 28 look like they're dealing with percents. So let's recall some of the rules for percents and translate this into an equation so we can solve it. Number 21, 45, is what percent? In math, what percent? That's a variable, so we put P. Of means times 39. And we're solving for P. Hey, look at that. This is a happy equation. We know how to solve this. We've translated it into an equation. Now, to get P by itself, we just divide by 39. And that tells us, this equation tells us exactly what to do with that 39 and 45 and how to divide it appropriately. So let's punch it in. 45 divided by 39 equals, 1.15. Let's write that up here. P equals 1.15. But we need to remember that we are actually searching for a percent. So we need to move that decimal 2 places, and 115% is what we end up with. Let's check our answer. 115, and they carried it one more decimal place, and that's perfectly all right. 115%, well, that kind of makes sense. 45 is bigger than 39. If you got 45 out of 39 on a quiz, you would have more than 100%. Number 22, 85 is 24% of what? Let's make that an equation. 85 is 24%, so we move the decimal 2 places, 0.24 of what? Let's call that x. Of means times. So 24.24 times x. Hey, look, we have an equation. We can solve it. Let's divide by 0.24, divide by 0.24, and we get x equals, I'll have to type that in, 85 divided by 0.24 equals 354.17, 354.17, or 16666 on forever. Let's check that answer. 354.17. Good. Number 23. What is 19% of 3,517? Well, what is x or n? Let's do an n this time. N equals 19%. That's 0.19 of, that means times, 3,517. Well, we don't have to solve. N is already by itself, so we only need to multiply those two numbers. 0.19 times 3,517 equals 668.23. Let's check our answer there. 668.23. Excellent. The next one, number 24. What x is 23%, that's 0.23, of times 49. Hey, this equation, we don't even have to solve it using algebra. We already have 0.23 times 49 to give us our answer. 0.23 times 49 equals 11.27. Let's double check that answer. 11.27 is correct. Number 25. The original price, we don't know, but it has a tax, which a tax is an addition onto the price of 5%. But we know that 5% is 5% of the original price, not 5% of the final. And once the price added 5% of the price, it gave us $239.40. So we need a variable, so we can go backwards on this. Put a P there for price. And we have that the price plus 0.05, that's 5% of the price, equals 239.40. Okay, does that make sense? Do we have it? Yeah, the original price had a tax, so increased by 5% of that price, and we got 239.40. So let's solve it. Wait, look at this. This is an equation. Let's draw a little smiley face. P plus 0.05p, there's a 1 right here in front of the P. So adding those two together, combining like terms, is 1.05p equals 239.4. Can we solve this? Sure we can. That's multiplication. We undo that with division. 1.05, and those will cancel. divide by 1.05. I need a calculator for this one. 239.4 divided by 1.05 equals 228. That original price was $228. And then there was 5% taken off of that to get the final price. All right, let's check our answer. $228. Good. Number 26. The original price was $55.50, and the discount, which is subtraction, was 23% of it. So if we took this 23% of $55.50, it would give us our discount. So all in all, we're going to have 55.50 minus discount 0.23. That's 23% of that original price. Well, that's what our final is going to equal. We don't need to use algebra to solve an equation. We just need to punch that in our calculator. So we start off with 55.5. We subtract 0.23, that's 23%, of is times 55.5. And the calculator, knowing order of operations, will ensure that it comes out correctly. 42.74, if we round to the nearest penny. 42.74. That would be our final price. Let's check our answer. 42.74. Good. Number 27. Here we have, if the population of a town grew 41% up to 7191, so this is our final. That's important to note. That's our final. What was the population last year? This is what we're looking for. This is our P. That's our variable. So let's read it again and see if we can figure out how to make an equation. The population grew, that's a plus, 41%, move the decimal 2 places, 0.41. But what 41% of what? Always of the original population. That's times. So here the population increased by 41% of that population to get 7,191. Hey, this is a happy equation. We can solve this guy. Combine like terms, there's a 1 plus 0.41p, so that's 1.41p equals 7,191. Can we solve this? Yes, that's multiplication, so we divide by 1.41. Divide by 1.41, and it equals, p is going to equal 7191 divided by 1.41 equals 5,100. So the original population had 5,100 people involved. Let's check the answer. 5,100. Great. And number 28. If the price of an object dropped, so we're subtracting 35% of what? Of that price, down to 11.44, what was the original price? So again, we're looking for the original price. Let's put a variable in there like P. And let's read through and see if we can make an equation, translate it. The price, P, of an object dropped, subtract 35%, but 35% of what? Of that original price always, down to, this is our final, 11.44. Hey, we're happy. That's an equation. We know how to solve that. 1 minus 0.35p is 0.65p equals 11.44. Can we solve that? Sure. This is just multiplication. Undo it by dividing by 0.65. Divide by 0.65. And we get that original price equals, calculator, 11.44 divided by 0.65 equals 17.6. And if this is dollars, we'll put a 0 on there for $17.60. Let's check our answer. $17.60.